Hi there, I'm Sneha and you are watching my channel Book Junction. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 favorite non-fiction books. Now when it comes to non-fiction, it's quite a big genre, like it's a really wide genre, and there are different kinds of books that comes under this category, and I have tried to make this list as wholesome as possible, so I have included different kinds of books in this list. So I really hope that you will find something new and something interesting in this list. So now without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first book that I want to talk about is Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Now if you don't know who Russell Brunson is, then you should definitely go on Google and check him out. So Russell Brunson is basically an entrepreneur and his journey has been incredible. He is the founder of the company ClickFunnels. Now the book Expert Secrets has a lot of different lessons and chapters that discusses different things, but the reason why I love this book is because it gives you a map of how you can create or build your own brand image. Now it's not just enough to launch a product or a service, you also have to create and build a story of yours, a narrative that you can tell to your audience and customers, and in that way your audience and customers can relate with you, they can connect with you, and then only they will be more interested in buying your product and service. The reason why it's so important to build a brand image is because there are so many homogeneous products out in this market, so many homogeneous companies, and what will make you different is your story, because every single person has a very different life and a very unique character. So I think that's something you can learn from the book Expert Secrets. It's definitely a business book, and I have read another book by Russell Brunson which is the .com Secrets, but I enjoyed the Expert Secrets more. So if you want to start reading business books, I think you can definitely start with this one, and I really hope that it will help you a lot. The next book in this list is Elon Musk by Ashley Vance. Now it doesn't matter if you are a fan of Elon Musk or not, I think there is definitely a lot of curiosity around his personality. So if you think that Elon Musk is a superhuman, that he can handle so much of work and so many different difficult projects, then this book will help you to understand that that's not really the case. In fact, in his life he has went through so many mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns, and because of his work his personal life has suffered a lot, and that's why his family members, you will get to read about their perspective as well, how he handles some really difficult situations and how he took his personal life for granted. So you will get to read a lot about his personal life as well. So when I read that part, I realized that he definitely has not got any work-life balance, which is honestly understandable because of so many difficult projects that he works on simultaneously. The next book in this list is Becoming by Michelle Obama. Now honestly, there are thousands of reasons why you should read this book, because this book is one amazing book and Michelle Obama herself is an amazing personality. But I will share with you my personal reason why I love this book so much. Now whenever you look up to a personality, you always think how were they brought up, what was the kind of parenting that they received, and that's exactly what I got to read in this book. So Michelle Obama shared a lot about her childhood and how her parents brought her up, and she just shared a lot about her parents and what kind of people they were. So I got to read exactly what kind of parents she had, and why could she become such an amazing person, and I definitely believe that parenting has a lot to do with the kind of person you grow up to be. And if you get good parents, it will reflect in your personality, because obviously you had a good childhood and you had good guidance in your childhood. But that doesn't mean that people who get bad parenting are bad people. I'm not saying that, but it definitely is a bonus, and that she got. And after reading the book, I actually understood why she is so amazing and why does she reflect this kind of aura that is just so rare. The next book in this list is I Have Never Been Unhappier by Shaheen Bhatt. Now I already have a full-on review of this book on my channel, you can check that out as well. I will give the link in the description, you can watch that video after watching this video. Now it's a book written by Shaheen Bhatt about her her journey with depression. Now what I feel is that this book is more important for the people who want to know what depression is all like, and because it's very difficult for people to understand what a depressed person goes through, because it's very difficult, you know, even the symptoms are very different for different people, and that's why a lot of people don't know what it feels like, and they think that it's just sadness when it's not really about sadness. And that's why I want to recommend to you, if you want to know about what it feels like, and if you are someone who has went through depression, then of course you will relate with the book, you will know exactly what she went through. And I feel like I want to give this trigger warning to you because it's not given in the book. If you are someone who is going through depression right now and you are vulnerable and you are miserable, then please stay away from this book, at least for the time being. When you will be emotionally capable, when you feel like that you are ready for something that serious, then only read this book, because the book tends to get really serious and there are vivid descriptions of panic attacks, anxiety, and I feel like that may affect your mental health right now. So if you are not in that emotional space, then definitely stay away from this book right now. The next book in this list is Zen, The Art of Simple Living, and honestly this book has to be one of the most beautiful books that I have ever owned. Now it's not just about the physical beauty of the book, it's definitely very beautiful and aesthetic, but there are so many beautiful lessons that are shared in the book. You will get to learn a lot about the Zen philosophy. You will also get to learn about meditation, how to calm your mind, and how you can be more composed in life. So all of that has been shared, and when you read the book, it feels like you are actually on top of a hill in some monastery, and there is a sense of calm when you read this book. So if you want that escape, if you want to read something that will bring peace to you, then definitely check this book out. The next book in the list is The Miracle of Mindfulness, and mindfulness as a concept has become really famous these days. There are mindful morning routines and how you can spend your day being more mindful. So if you want to know about this thing, you should definitely read this book, because this book comes from an expert in mindfulness, and the author himself is the Zen master. So you will get the absolute right information when it comes to mindfulness. The next book in this list is How to Be a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. Now this book is my ultimate favorite. It's a money mindset book. Our mindset regarding money is usually very toxic and not right, because of the way we have been brought up and because of the things we have heard about money constantly. So the thing is, we keep saying bad things about money, and then we also want money. So whenever we see someone spend on something amazing that they absolutely love, we say, oh my god, how much money they are spending, or they must be really corrupt that they have so much of money. So when you say these things, it just reflects that you hate money. And how can you attract something that you absolutely hate? And why will that thing come to you when you hate that thing? So the point is, you have to be grateful about money, you have to be positive about money. Only then money will come to you, otherwise why will it come to you? The next book in this list is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and Marcus Aurelius is one of my favorite philosophers, and I absolutely love reading everything about him. So whatever he wrote in his lifetime was for himself and not really for publication, but now we have access to everything that he wrote. So even though he wrote all of those things so many years back, but all of those lessons are still so relevant in today's world as well. I feel like they are even more relevant given the distractions that we are going through. So I really love that, and if you can actually apply his lessons in your life, then I feel like your life will be definitely so much better. Next up, I have Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. Now if you are someone who is stuck in your life, or you feel that you are lost and that you are completely directionless and you don't have any meaning or purpose in your life, then I feel like you should definitely read this book. So basically, Viktor E. Frankl spent a lot of time in the concentration camp of Auschwitz, and there he saw so many people who fought against the miseries of the concentration camp, and there were so many people who committed suicide because they just couldn't take that pain anymore, whereas there were so many other people as well who were hopeful that one day they will be out of that concentration camp and they will live a good and happy life with their family members. And even Viktor E. Frankl was a person who was exceptionally hopeful, and he found meaning in the life in the concentration camp as well. So if a person can find meaning and purpose in such terrible circumstances, then I feel like if we try, we can also do that. The last book in this list is The Letters of Vincent Van Gogh. Now if you are a fan of Vincent Van Gogh, then you should definitely have this book. I am a huge fan and I love him. I have written so many poems about him, and I'm just a very dedicated and committed fan of Van Gogh. So that's why this book was actually given to me as a birthday present, and I'm so thankful to the person who gave me this book. So I read this book in like a very short span, even though these are just letters that he sent to his brother Theo, and I loved each and every letter. He was such a man of substance, and if you have read about him, you would know that he actually committed suicide, and he suffered a lot in his life, and his brother Theo loved him a lot, and that is something really rare and something so precious. So if you want to read his letters, if you want to know more about him, then definitely go and buy this book. You will love his book to bits. Alright guys, so that was all for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video and found it valuable as well. If you did, then definitely like, share and subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell icon so you are notified with all the updates, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.